Okay, so I'm going to get into some like actual playing now. Um, Most of the teaching I'll do will probably be on this guitar. But the first thing you're going to want is a guitar pick or a plectrum, as it is also never called. But a guitar pick, you basically want to. Um, Holding it is kind of crazy. I mean, there's really no way to explain it, and you're bound to drop it a million times. Um, I mean, I it happens all the time. There's really no way to prevent it, but um, it's somewhat preventable. I don't know. Basically, just hold it pretty tight, not too tight. You don't want to have like a death grip on it, but you don't want it so loose that it like falls into the sound hole and then you shake it out of your guitar for a half hour, as will probably be a habit of yours if you keep up with this. So you just kind of want like a little bit of a triangle off the edge, um, so that I mean just like that, so that there's like a little bit of a thing hanging off the side. I don't know how to explain this, but really just do what's comfortable. It's kind of a thing that you pick up as you play, not really like something to totally focus on at first, but just, whatever feels right. And you want it to be parallel to the strings, so it's hitting them evenly each time. You don't want to like bang the first string and then like lightly hit the other ones. Um, Typically, I mean, even just practicing not playing any chords or anything, just trying to hit them all evenly and in like a straight line. And the strumming, you don't want to be moving your wrist really. You want it to come from your elbow. So just think of your elbow as like there's a word for it, but like this is a pendulum basically. The crux of a pendulum? I don't know. But that's the idea behind it. And then your arm just kind of sits on it. This groove here should be like on the top of your leg. Um, so when I first started, my teacher taught me like some like what is it? Like that is kind of cheesy. So I thought a little bit more familiar would be "Smoke on the Water" by Deep Purple, and this is a good like introductory riff to give you an idea of like how to move your fingers around the neck. So I'm going to put up the tab on the side. This will probably go on YouTube or whatever. Um, but it's all on the top string. You don't play any other string, just this very top string. And it's when you don't press anything, it's called open. Or if you're reading like tablature, it's the number 0. So I'll just say O for open or 0, and then the rest is indicating the fret. So it's O 3 5, O 3 6 5, O 3 5 3 O O. Okay, ignore my voice because it's bad, but whatever. Um, so just try to do that in time. A metronome is like a thing that keeps the tempo, like 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, at whatever speed you want it to be. So you could look that up online and always practice to that, because that'll really get your timing in tune pretty quickly. And if you don't do it when you start learning, trying to learn with a metronome later down the line, like I did, it totally sucks, and it's a very humbling experience. But just basically play that riff until you could play it flawlessly 7 times straight. Once you could do it 7 times straight, it's usually in your long-term memory, and you won't have to like think 0 3 5 every time. Um, and that's kind of like how you make progress as a guitarist. You just break everything down slower and a lot of repetitive tasks, but then it's so ingrained that you're not even thinking about doing it. A thing to note here is that when you go 0 3 5, 0 3 6 5, you don't want your hand moving at all. Well, your fingers are moving, your hand isn't moving. So this first finger is assigned to the 3rd fret. Remember, this is all on the top string, so don't think about anything else. So open, nothing, first finger on the 3rd fret, then your 3rd finger on the 5th fret. It looks like a middle finger, that's why I said that, but it's not funny. And then your pinky to the 6th fret. Now sometimes when you move your pinky to the 6th fret, people have the inclination to shift their hands down and use their 3rd finger instead, but really you don't want to do that because it's moving your hand up and down the neck. You'll have to do that down the road, but it's always more efficient to not have to move your hand, so you only want to move your hand if you absolutely have to, and this is an instance where you really don't. So just 0, 3, 5, 0, 3, 6, 5, 0, 3, 5, 3, 0, 0. Or, yeah, I forget how the song goes, but it's like that. And all of these are notes. If you're playing more than one note at the same time, it's a chord. And that's about it. Just try to get that riff down. I'll go through some other simple riffs probably in the next video, and then I'll get into chords a little bit, and that's when you kind of get into the meat of everything, and it starts becoming fun and not like tedious like this stuff. So that's it for now.